such a penetrative drug in Liberia? Why do you think the government has been slow to respond?
I think the reason is that some of those very government officials in government are part of this illegal drugs deal.
Now, I will move this from here. Let me move this. I don't want us to believe just this alone. And let me play you the second video. I want to welcome the CEO of Diaspora Alert, uh, Honorable Eric Pevis. How are you, Chief? Welcome, sir. Let me play you, fellow Liberians, the second video for you to hear it for yourself. A government official openly confessing and saying to us as Liberians that the government themselves, they are involved. Joseph Numa Boyka is involved. Let's go ahead and play you this video. It's a 2 minutes video listening to the deputy LDEA boss. Listen to the deputy LDEA boss. 2 minutes. Just listen to him. Don't believe what I'm saying. Listen to him. Let's go ahead and bring you this. Just bear with us. You know, we got to do some manipulation behind the scene before we can bring you what we're bringing you, but we'll bring it to you. Okay, fine. That's good. So let's bring this. Listen to the LDEA boss, what the deputy LDEA boss, what he has to say. Go listen to him.
To ask questions, people answer you. But you are not going to take the microphone, you come, you do nothing. So also apply to the agency. If you come there to volunteer, you don't volunteer, you don't know anything there, what do you volunteer? So if you see the influx of drugs, it comes from those kind of misleadership or misrule. You understand that? So you talk about LDEA officers consuming drugs. All right? Well, let me let you know, we don't consider it, I mean, we don't have consideration for people there like that. Whatsoever that we put out there must be example. So the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all
Listening to what he said, the reason people accuse people. I want you to listen keenly to this. This is very important. Let me carry back small. Very important for you to listen.
reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors, there's a reason for that. The issue of accusing whatsoever that we put out there must be example. So the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors, I would say openly here, from the executive, the first president of government, and to the judiciary, you go in the sector, you will find somebody involved with drugs.
Yeah. Now let me carry this back small. Maybe my brother Eric will help with this. But let me carry this back small so you can listen to what he's saying. It's a 2 minute video. I'm not going to play all. I just want to play this part. Let's carry it back.
Society from all sectors, whatsoever that we put out there must be example. So the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I would say openly here,
Mm.
from the executive, the first president of government, and to the judiciary, you go in the sector, you will find somebody involved with drugs.
My brother Eric, this is heavy. If there is anything called breaking news, this is a breaking news. The deputy LDEA boss is admitting to Liberians in the world over that the issue of drugs is not easy. He said, I will openly say, hey, yeah, look, the people they can't hold what is within no more. In fact, the first place, because he said from the executive, there are people there who are engaged in this issue of drugs. Drugs they are engaged with. The judiciary. My brother Eric, let's hear from you.
Prince, it's not surprising that the LDEA deputy boss will openly confess. We have been saying the exact same thing for the past 15 plus months. And we were branded as opposition. We hit the government. And now the government is hearing it for one of their own. He's he's an expert in the field of fighting drugs. Um, the protests few weeks ago or a few days ago, some of the protesters raised the issue about the president children involvement as it relates to trafficking illicit drugs in the country. And it was brushed by the regime. They said those protesters were misguided. They were opposition, and there were all kinds of burning for them. But today, we have the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency deputy head confirming the allegations of what the average Liberian man, has to say about the government complacency when it comes to fighting drugs. What Plaka is interested in is just photo ops. He goes and meet the protester, they take photo, they write a statement, executive mansion, and he thinks that that's how to fight drugs. The LDEA is underfunded. His office is overfunded. Um, the DEA has said, I mean, and the admittance from the deputy head of the DEA, that alone undermines the potency of that agency, because if there are elements within the executive, the judiciary, and the legislative branches of government who are drugs baron, that means it ties the hands of DEA from fighting drugs, because these are powerful people. They are he bosses some of the drugs barons. So it's a kind of sad and tragic story for our country, because young people are falling prey to it. People are dying. I was just the other day, uh, I saw a Facebook post from one media outlet reported, like, I think 3 or 4 young Liberians died from the intake, and the next minute I saw another one. Another Liberian he was all in the gutter, like he has gone mad. So it's a sad thing. The video you even played earlier on before the DEA deputy head spoke, you saw how miserable Liberians are, and those are the end user of the drugs. They are the victim of the drugs. They do not have the capacity to import drugs in our country. So the DEA boss was right. This is a state sponsor crime, and there's a reason for that. Part of the reasons for that will be the want to keep the young population sick. They want to keep them suppressed, poor, unhealthy, so that they do not think for themselves. They do not engage the government on constructive issues. And when election time comes, they can just go there and give them more drugs, and they will go vote them into public offices. And I do not know what conscious Liberians are waiting for to move with drastic and intentional uh, approach as it relates to taking on this government, because the DEA has failed. We don't expect the DEA to fight any drugs in our country, because if you can hear from the DEA head talking about executive involved into the trafficking of drugs and the distribution and all this stuff, that tells you that the government has collapsed on the fight against drugs. It is worrisome. Our children are back home, and they will be growing up, and they are growing up in said society. It's a horrifying thing. It's a horrifying thing for any parent. It's a horrifying thing for any human being, to go through what they are going through. But this is the sad story. I'm not sure it's going to get better. It might get worse. You are muted, Prince.
You know, when you say it might get worse, you make me afraid, but that is the reality.